Hey Violet, this time round I'm in the kitchen and I got some flowers in the background. But today the book, it's a yellow book. This is yellow and says Kookaburra. And Kookaburra is a bird in Australia and it laughs at you. It goes ha 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 ha. Well, it doesn't quite go like that. But this was written and illustrated by Gregg. Dreise, I think his name is. Okay. Look at these. These are beautiful. This is a library book and it tells us what date it has to come back. And these are Aboriginal designs from Australia. Coo. Oh, Kookaburra. And that there is called a boomerang. They're from Australia as well. This beautiful art. This is to my beautiful mother and my wonderful dad. This book is all about kindness and you are the kindest people I know. So the person that wrote this book, Gregg, he just said, thank you, Mum and Dad. You're really good at what you do. Oh, this is going to be a book. Okay, way back before, once upon a time, there was a dream time, and during this period there lived a kookaburra called Kookoo. Kookoo was a kind and happy fellow who loved to tell stories. He would sit in his favourite gum tree and wait for one of the animals to do something silly. Kookoo would laugh and think of a good story to tell about what they had done. He was always waiting to laugh at people. Oh, look. The bush creatures loved to gather for a song or a dance, but they enjoyed listening to Kookoo's stories the most. He had a special way of turning someone's silliness into a funny story without being unkind. Oh, that's nice. That looks like an emu. Emu's a bird as well that runs. Sometimes Kookoo searched for food to eat, but most of the time he was just on the lookout for his next big story. He sounds like a reporter. One day, Kookoo could not find any of the bush creatures doing something silly, so he decided to make fun of their differences instead. Sadly, the kookaburra's teasing made the hearts of his friends sink lower than the belly of Mr. Nagari, the black snake. Before long, there were many sad creatures. Oh dear, I think he's making fun of his friends. That's not nice. Belay, the red-winged parrot, reminded Kookoo that everyone liked him because he could tell a funny story in a kind way. His elder, Uncle Googa, told him that kindness is like a boomerang. If you throw it often, it comes back often. But Kookoo did not listen. He thought his stories were just as funny when he teased his friends. Oh dear, that's not very nice, teasing your friends. In his quest for laughter, Kookoo heard the feelings of the bush animals, and they stopped listening to him. The creatures who had once gathered like twinkling stars now looked as if the clouds had dragged their sorrows over the sky. They were very, very sad because his stories hurt their feelings. Kookoo's stories were no longer funny, but he still believed that he was the best storyteller in the bush. Oh dear. He's believing his own press. Uncle Gagu decided to teach Kookoo the wise words that had been taught to him when he was young. You have 2 eyes. Can you point to your eyes, Violet? And you have 2 ears. 1, 2. And you have 1 mouth. Look and listen twice as much as you speak. When Kookoo flew off without taking the time to think about what he had been taught, Uncle Gagu and Belay were sad. Kookoo had become a show-off. he wasn't a very nice person and had forgotten the difference between laughing with people and laughing at people. His friends hoped that one day his kindness would return like a boomerang. Kookoo flew from tree to tree, trying to gather an audience, but everyone ignored him and he became very lonely. One day he listened to his own laughter echoing around the bush, and it was not a happy sound. Kookoo stopped laughing, and then he heard the voice of Guga Guga. His uncle's wise words were floating on the breeze, and they were much louder than his own unhappy laughter had been. Oh dear. Everywhere Kookoo flew, he could now hear the voice of his uncle saying, "Kindness is like a boomerang. If you throw it often, it comes back often." So that means if you be nice and kind, people will be nice and kind to you. At last, Kookoo knew what he had to do. From that day on, his laughter and funny stories once again filled the bush. And because Kookoo was always kind, the other creatures returned his kindness by listening. Kookoo's laughter is still heard today. That's his laugh. That's his laugh. Look at the beautiful art in this book. Oh, there's pink. That's a pink page. We'll shut that book. Thank you, Kookoo the Kookaburra. It's a nice yellow book. It's a nice yellow book. See you, Violet. Mwah.